Hi everyone, this is Stephen McClernon, and this is the first day of Lent. It is Ash Wednesday. So today in the Gospel, Jesus talks about three important things: prayer, fasting, and almsgiving, which, as we know, are the three pillars of Lent. And it's funny, when we have Lent, often it's a very public thing. We all gather into church, and we usually have the ashes on our forehead in the sign of a cross. This year, though, since we're in the middle of the pandemic, Ash Wednesday is really kind of going back to this root of doing things in private. So what does that mean? So in the gospel, Jesus says to not pray out publicly and wailing in front of the churches. He says, go into your room and close the door, and God will listen to you. When you fast, don't come across as if you're giving up food and water the whole day and you look exhausted. He said, clean yourself up and just continue what you're doing. And same thing when you give, don't blow the trumpet and let everyone know that you're giving. He says, do it quietly when nobody is looking. This year for Lent, instead of having the ashes put on our head, on our forehead, the ashes will actually be sprinkled on our heads, on the crown of our heads this year. And this is perfect because Jesus tells us that we shouldn't always make a scene when we do something in our faith. The point of Lent is not to, again, sound the trumpet and to let everybody in the world know that this is Lent, we're giving something up, we're fasting, we're praying more. It's a sign of humility and integrity, and it's our personal commitment to God during this time. And it's a time to really kind of train our bodies a little bit. Lent is like the 40-day training. Maybe we kind of fell off the bandwagon during January and February with going to church and praying and maybe fasting on Fridays. And now Lent gives us this opportunity to kind of get back into the swing of things. Spring's coming now. We want to start praying a little bit more, maybe going to Mass, maybe praying at night, maybe giving something up. And that's what Jesus is telling us to do today during the gospel. To not always do everything publicly, but there's a time to just be quiet with God by yourself and to talk with Him and to tell Him your struggles and your problems and allow Him to help you during Lent. So as we begin our Lenten journey today, remember the three most important pillars of Lent: prayer, talking to God; fasting, giving something up, not necessarily food, it could be time on social media or something else; and giving. Giving not only of money and tangible goods, but also giving of our time and our energy to those we love.